And we are back in day one. We are building a SaaS application for condo buildings, for HOA managers, for syndicates, whoever lives in a building, in a condo, and it's not renting, it's actually a co-owner. Oftentimes, you will be part of the administration, or maybe it's going to be a company that's going to be actually in charge of administrating the building. Therefore, you need a software in order to communicate with your co-owners, in order to have services requests, in order to keep a checkbook, in order to keep the maintenance book, in order to provide documents to your co-owners and things like that. And if you're doing all this manually, you're actually having a bad time. I know, because I'm actually a member of an administration and we are doing everything manually. And this is the reason why I'm building a SaaS application right now in order to solve the issue. It's a SaaS application that will be making the life easier for whoever is an administrator and whoever needs this type of software. And the best part is I'm building it in public, so you can see exactly how I'm doing it, and I will share my experiences. You will probably get a few nuggets from this, either if you have your own project. It does not necessarily means that it has to be in the condo business or in the real estate business. Maybe you're a consultant, maybe you're trying to create a project or a startup or whatever ambition you have. In this channel, we're going to show you how you can create your own business, your own SaaS application, and maybe if you succeed, you can market it and bring it to completion, and successfully you can actually probably earn some money. So if you want to be part of this project, I am looking for partners, I am looking for investors, I am looking for anyone that want to be involved in this project. I would really be appreciative about it. And if you want to invest in my project, if you want to be part of the project, and we can complete this project, it's gonna be massive, because there's so many buildings out there, there's so many HOA that need help. And if we can become the next Shopify for condo co-owners or building managing companies and things like that, that would be great. So now we already did the setup on the last video, and on this video what we're gonna do is actually we're gonna continue our adventure, and we're gonna start the design of the landing page. We already pretty much advanced. If you want to see how I set it up, how I started this project, go back on my videos and you're gonna see day one, the real day one. Check it out. This is when I actually started from zero, basically from zero, maybe from one, because of the fact that I already had installed some tools. If you don't know how to install those tools, then check in my channel. I have many videos where I teach how to install Visual Code, how to install Node.js. We are using Vite, React, Firebase, and Material for the design. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's not important. Those are just terms that we use in the industry. You don't need any experience. You don't need anything about coding. You only need to know how to copy and paste, because we're going to be using AI in order to complete this project. And right now I'm working with Grok. So let's go ahead and look what Grok has in store for us. And we are over here. We are already in step 7 here. The last video we left on, we were able to actually load the page. Here's the page, And we wanted to work on the design because now we're designing the landing page, and there are many things that we need to improve. We need to improve the menu bar. We need to put a hero. We need to put more features, more benefits, testimonials, put faces, FAQs. We need only, there's one question: how to start a trial. And the response are really bad. Grog did not do a good job designing this, so we're gonna work harder and see if Grog can come up with a better design than this, and for sure he will. So let's go ahead and see. We need to guide him into giving us a very nice design. Let me go back and see what Grog said, because I said on my last video, I said to him, there are no more error message. Let's concentrate on the designs. Like I said, we need to add pricing cards, upgrade buttons, and so on. So below is a complete overhaul. Excellent. That's exactly what we needed, an overhaul of this project. And he did a lot of things over here. We're gonna go and see what he did. First of all, what he wants to do, he wants to use Swiper, lightweight, responsive. Install it first. Swiper. Okay, I never worked with this, so let's follow the advice, and we're gonna install Swiper. This is for responsive. All the packages were installed. What else? We're gonna do JSX for theme for the colors. So we're gonna go ahead, change JSX, Control V, Control S, let's save it. Now we're gonna work with the navbar. He improved the navbar. Let's copy it. I was on a break, therefore he had time to finish all the code, because if not, we would be here waiting for Grog to finish the code. As you can see, all of it is finished. He also updated the footer. Let's go into the footer, and the footer, it's somewhere over here in the components. Control A, Control V once again. Put some Facebook links, Twitter links, LinkedIn links. Perfect. That's what we need. We need Grog to give us a very nice design. And now we're gonna update the landing marketing page. This is the landing page of our application. This is where we're gonna sell our application to HOA administrators, to condo owners that are in the administration, to company managers, and so on. We already have the page here created from our last video. We only need to control and save it. And now we have the welcome page as well. Let's see, how long is this page? Okay, perfect. Now the welcome page, which we did not try yet. Oop, I see an error on the landing page. And let's go and check it out. What's the problem with this error? Doesn't seem to be a path, so it's not something really easy to solve. It's gonna need a little bit of help from help from Grog. Closing tag. Okay, here, no problem. Let's not panic when we have errors. If you don't know how to program, how to code, there's no problem. You just need to copy the error, paste it into Grog, Gemini, ChatGPT, whatever you're using to code. And like I said on my other video, I already tried most of the AIs. I decided to go with Grog. I think Grog has a lot of potential. Still under construction, all these apps, all this AI, but I think Grok and Gemini is coming very strong. I was very deceived by ChatGPT. I spent hours and hours on ChatGPT, and unfortunately ChatGPT was not able to come through, because it's one thing to ask him one question and one small thing, write me this, it's gonna be very good for that. But when you're doing some coding, especially if you're gonna be doing a SaaS application, you're gonna spend hours. I have to tell you, it's not minutes. You're gonna have to spend hours. So once you spend hours with an AI, you will see what happening. Sometimes they just repeat the same answer over and over and over and over. They don't understand what you're trying to tell them. Okay, so we got this TypeScript error. Typically means there's no opening in your inbox. Okay, we're not gonna read all the why this and why that, because I'm not trying to do a course here. I'm trying to advance my SaaS application. I'm building it in public, so I need the quick solution. So what is he saying me? Check formatting length, add JSON in your project. Oh my god, I thought it was gonna be an easy fix. Specific fixes for our required review. The files are provided, all box tags are probably closed, body copy paste introduce errors. Where in the box around the box, but down is I accidentally omitted the text login. Okay, so what are we gonna do? The box, something with the box. It reminds me of the song, the box. The box. The box. The box. Okay, so let's go. So problem with the box. Okay, the error is gone. Let's go. So we're building live this application. Now we're gonna test it, because he says that for now it seems to be working good. npm run dev in order to test our application. And now it's time to go and see what's going on. And results are in. Very bad results, nothing. So we're missing something. We need to go F2, F12 in order to go into the inspect. And it says that we have some errors over here with the landing page about an array.map, which Grok should be able to fix really quick. Like I said, you don't need to know any programming, because we're only gonna copy the error. We're gonna show the error to Grok. If it's Grok that you're using, if you're using Gemini, well, you do the same thing, or any other AI. And then what you do is you wait until it comes with an answer. In this case, it's not even moving. Grok, and this is the type of things that I want you to understand and you see. This is what you, once you go deep with an AI, you will see all the issues, you will see all the problems. Sometimes it takes time, sometimes they will not respond, sometimes it will give you the wrong response, sometimes it will just repeat the same answer over and over, sometimes it will not be available. You'll encounter a lot of issues, and you'll see them live here because we are coding live. So it's something with the footer. You see, that's what I'm saying. Fix proper imports root integration for no reloads. Copy paste this entire file. The footer, I don't know if it's the footer the problem. Well, let's try it. Let's see if it's the footer. If not, we're just wasting time. I don't see any changes on the footer. Let me see, it's reloading. Yeah, you see, this is the type of things that you have to understand with AI, where I'm doing it live so you can see. I gave him an error about the landing marketing page. He comes back with an answer saying it's the footer, the problem, which has nothing to do with the issue. See? I updated the footer and we have the same issue. Come on, Grok. What's going on? And this is the type of situation you will encounter if you want to build your own application. Whatever your application is going to be, you're gonna have to have a lot of patience, because patience is going to be the most important word that you're gonna need in order to achieve your goal to complete your SaaS application. And sometimes you'll need to, in my case, I spent the last 4 days trying with Gemini. I'll show you right here. I did pages and pages and pages with Gemini over here. You see, Gemini, we lost 4 hours. You did not come with a solution. In a real job, you would be fired. That's what I said to Gemini. I was so frustrated. And then he responded to me, I understand your frustration. So sincerely apologize that after all this time and effort, the core issue of user creation is not resolved. You see, I'm not kidding you. By fluke, I just landed on this shot, but I shot it with Gemini for several days, for about 4 days, and at the end I had to restart my project with Grok, and this is why now you are able to see the progress of my project, because I restarted. Okay, quick checks and fixes. Verify line 17. What do you want me to verify? Import link from React router DOM. If it's React router link, okay, line 7377. 7377. What's going on with 7377? It's your new thing that you asked me to the problem. Look, swiper slide 7377. The landing marketing is this. Not sure what is he talking about. With the router, what's the router? Import. Use navigate from React router DOM. This is imported. No, it's nothing to do with that. Not sure what is he talking about. It says the footer. What's this? Why is he trying to send me to the footer? I'm not sure. Once again, see, this is the type of thing. Copy the footer again. The prompt, something I just told you, the prompt comes from the landing marketing. Now you're sending me to the footer, which the footer is a very small file with very little code. I don't think the error comes from that. Now we're gonna let me see, after test, there's nothing to test, and it still don't work. Look, doesn't work. Something, let me see, and landing marketing page 77, at array map anonymous landing 73. See, I think I would have more chances probably using a Stack Overflow in order to solve this. Let me try to see if Gemini can come up with something here. Let's open a new chat with Gemini and say to him, let's go. Understanding the error, landing marketing, how to fix this reference link component React router which routing should here's how to fix it. At the top we'll add the following import statement: import link from React. This tell to bring the link component from without this code. Do I have it installed, React? Let's install it. Just do the router so we can route this properly. I think we did. Yeah, it took 1 second. I don't think it wasn't. I don't think that's the problem. See the same issue. So the problem is not that. It says to put this import statement. I see an import on the landing marketing, and it's use navigate. I think that will change something. Use link from. I use navigate. I remove it. Actually, I'm just gonna comment this. Oops. Okay. And now see if does it change something? No, same problem. Well, now it's on line 60. So let's see. Line 60, Gemini. Sometimes you have to work with both AI, because working only with one AI, it's not that easy. You'll be stuck. On code is not defined, and you're trying to use navigate hook without importing. This hook is part of the use programming navigation. The stack traces. Yeah, but you told me to how to fix it. Use navigate, but before you said use link. Let me tell him. Before you said to use link, not use navigate, to import React router DOM. Which one is it? Yeah, which one is it? Oh, so you need both? Let me see. So you want me to put both? I don't know if that actually is doing something. Let me see. Well, I put both. Now what's the problem? That's the icon. Now so many problems with maybe I should give him just the code of the page. Let me see. Is this? I wanted to change the to dark mode, but then I'll get confused with Grok and Gemini, so I'll keep it this way. Okay, the track, how to fix material AO. What's the problem with material? At the top of the following. Why did Grok miss so many things? What's going on? Now what? Oh my god, look at that. It's going from one to another to another to another. Now what's the problem? Welcome to building a SaaS application when you have so much problems here. The error on code is not defined on the login code. So what is it? Well, we did that login icon. Oh my god, so every icon I'm gonna have to import it. So why did okay, if we have another error, I'll just give him the code and tell him to fix everything, because I'm tired of this. Navar now. Uncode reference Navar. So what's the problem with the Navar? Go ahead, Gemini. Grok gave me all these errors. Line 14, understand. How to import? Another import. Import box. Oh my god. Okay. How many imports we forgot? So every icon has to be imported. Whatever icon we use, I think we have to be imported. For this, what I'm understanding. Not really reading the explanations. Okay, now we have this has already been declared. Okay, so we are at least getting to the swiper. I knew this swiper was gonna give us problems. These new dependencies that companies, they stop giving support, and then we get stuck. It says it's a duplicate. A duplicate. Before you told me that I need to put it, now I need to remove it. Material box, where's the duplicate? There's no duplicate. Okay, on the top here I see box. It import box, and I'm importing it again here. Yeah, it's a duplicate. Yeah, but if I don't put it, then you're gonna give me an error. So you funny guy. It's here. Navar, you see? You know what? I'm gonna give him this code and say, please correct this file, and please correct this file and fix all potential errors. Okay, we already imported the box. We imported the box. Duplicate the box. Here's the breakdown. Box import, remove, duplicate. Has already been declared error. Car meeting, carousel, and body, so the code was incorrect. It has the rest of. I've removed, misplaced the code. Place help, remove duplication. Okay, it says that he had corrected everything. Sometimes I use Grok to correct Gemini, and in this case Gemini is correcting Grok. And let's see what's going on. Oh my god, I'm breaking my head with this. So that's how you build a SaaS application, going through errors and errors and errors, so you can see that AI is not as sharp as we think. Sometimes it will encounter errors. Understand the error. The stack trace point directly to Navar, indicating the issue lies with the issue of component box. That's specific. Okay, fixing the box again. Add this. What do you? Was in navbar. Oh, okay, in navbar. Maybe that's I'm not adding at the right place. Navbar. Maybe I'm not reading properly. Let me see. Okay. So I'm gonna put here box. Okay, finally we have something. I think I see some errors still. Anyways, refresh this. Oh, no more errors. So let's go and check it out. Haha. What is this? A dark. There's no. What is this? Oh my god, I can't see anything. I can't see anything. What is this design? I only see stripes. Can we continue with Gemini, or we have to continue with Grok? What do you guys suggest? Let me give the landing page to Control C and say to him that here's my landing page. No content appear. I only see stripes of colors, no text. Can you fix the design, please? This is supposed to be an app for Condo admin and HOA. And let's see what Gemini usually takes a little longer to speed the code. You're gonna see this little wheel here turning. Sometimes it can take up to 2-3 minutes. Sometimes you have time to go and grab water and do things, because it turns, and you have to wait until the end, until it's finishing. Once it's finishing, sometimes it tries to give you a preview. In this case, it did not try to give me a preview. Control C, Control V. So that's all you're gonna be doing. Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, and refreshing this friend over here. I see some pictures trying to appear, but why is it not? Why is there's no? There's no content. Is the console giving me any issues? No. Nothing. The console is not giving me any issue. For some reason, I do not see images, text, only stripes of colors. Can you fix it, please? Show the content and arrange the colors. Make the site like the Facebook colors. I want it to be blue because blue is very popular among websites. It reminds people of Facebook. and there's billions of users of Facebook, so we want to put something similar in people's mind, easy to remember, easy to use, friendly, because if not, people will not like the software. Okay, if you have any other ideas on how to proceed with this way of building my software, let me know in the comments, let me know in the chat. You are in the chat, maybe I'm not doing the things properly. See, the images are flashing and then it's going, something's wrong, man. What is it? I'm gonna show you the pictures. Hey, that's me. Okay, like this. And I show you the pictures. Should I go back to Grok? What do you guys think? I'm gonna try a little bit with Gemini. If it's not able to resolve, I'll go back to Grok. You have to do ping pong with those AI. You have to go with one and you have to go to the other one until you find the right that fits you, the right one that actually works. Because what does it say here? And that's the thing that I don't like. We see one of the things, if you're from Gemini team, if you're a programmer on Gemini team, or if anyone has access to it, tell them, look, this is one feature I don't like. This is turning. There are texts over here. I want to read the text and I cannot go up. I cannot scroll it. See, now I have to wait until this stops turning in order for me to be able to read the text. But it would be good if while this is turning, I have time to read the text in order to understand what Grok is doing. Import box, we did this. Import React from React. Before Nav.js before fixing correct. After apply GX. After fix. Maybe I should send him Navar. Maybe this is why it's not working. Okay, what it says here. As you're still seeing shopco instead of image content on your own, despite you also want to ensure content is provided. The issue, like in the case of the image from Inspire, either not loading correct due to a network issue, consistent security restriction environment. It's too broad. Here's an updated version. An error card media placeholder. Man, I don't know. I don't think that's gonna change much. I already know in advance. I don't even need to test this code. See, when you have experience, when you've been doing this for a little while, you already know it's not gonna change much. I already know. Look, the same issue. I knew it. Let's go back to okay, there are no more issues with on the console. I do have issues now with landing page not displaying the content, only stripes of huge colors, like I believe is the sections of the landing page, but no text. Here is the updated code. And see if Grok. See, now I'm leaving Gemini to go back to Grok and hope that Grok does a better job. If it can come up with an answer. This is only to get to the landing page. I'm surprised that it's taking us so long just to get to the landing page. That should be faster than this. As you can see, AI is not apart. It's not up to the challenge. But it's still faster, I believe, than a human trying to code all these pages. Because as you can see, all this page was this line, 433 lines of code. If I would have to do it manually, I think it would take me a lot of typing. You would need to type a lot. So in this case, it's actually saving a lot of time in questions of typing. But in questions of maybe analyzing well and the issues and all that, maybe this is where it's falling short. Seeing only color type without any text content that layout is rendering correct, but the foreground elements are not visible due to styling conflict, poor color contrast. Based on your provided style match the section hero, the text should be visible. Quick fix to apply. Open your project's index on the root folder. Add these lines. Okay. And replace the code. Let me see. The index has to do with the index. You think so? The head. Why does he have to do with the link? Okay. Not sure if it's that for real, something that might help. Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think so either. No way, Jose. Replace the code again, replace the code. Just replace the code and everything will be fine. How easy is this? But did your code change? Or are you just spitting the same code to me? And look at that. 9+ errors. No. Oh. Look at that. What is this? I cannot even put this code. Is there something to do with the box? Box. And the swiper. That's what I knew. Whenever you implement a new thing, swiper. I'm pretty sure if I remove this swiper, what is this swiper for? Let's find out what is this swiper. Remember that when I installed it, I told you this is gonna give us problem in React. Swiper component will create for navigations. This always they invent stuff and then they are good for a little while and then they stop giving support and you have to learn all the things for nothing, and then you have a lot of problems and errors, and then you start looking for it and you realize that you would have used just regular CSS or regular stuff. You would have been a lot better than trying to come up with those great ideas. Use this swiper. This is, I think this is for the carousel. and carousel manipulation, zoom modules, and so on. Man, I could not even test your code because it has over 10 errors, especially on the box and swiper. Can you double check your code? See, and now I'm gonna try to go back to Gemini. Maybe Gemini gave it a try, didn't come up with a good solution. What about this guy? Should I just tell him to remove this carousel? It's giving us problems. Should have just used the old Bootstrap, so easy to use, no problems. Try to use those frameworks and things that are giving more errors than none. Okay, so what are you doing now? Are you giving me new code, or this is the code I pasted for you? I think this is the code I pasted for. See, he added questions, he added, at least let me see all this content. Looks good, but I need to see it. At this moment, we are not able to see the content. This is a good time to see if maybe there's somebody on the shot. No one on the shot. Okay. We're going back. Grog seems to be taking his time to respond. At this moment, I think I'm gonna take another break and we'll continue later. Designing, supposedly, this is the design part of the landing page, which we have not been able to see the full result. We only see some stripes, blue stripes, pink stripe, another pink, and this color here with a carousel that doesn't even work. So our designer, Grog, and even the helper, it's not coming with good results. So for now, I will take a break. See you on the next stream.